Right now, I'm having my snack and trying to figure out audio in this thing. So I think I got a bit of a delay. Is there anybody in my chat? Yeah. Clemson Sports in the house. What's up, brother? Make sure y'all follow Clemson Sports. Good site, good content, good people. How does my so you're looking on Periscope right now, Clemson Sports. So how is my audio syncing up with my mouth? And I'm not using OBS. I tried using OBS a couple times and it wasn't doing what I needed it to do. I've been running XSplit for a while, and so far every time I've hopped into XSplit, it does everything I need to do other than tweaking some stuff here and there. Hey Josh, I see Josh over on YouTube. Good to see you, man. Oh, Ryan's in there too. Yeah, see, I know you iHeart guys, man. Y'all are feeling it the same way we're feeling it at Twit. It's definitely different trying to make content at home versus being somewhere else like in a studio. Okay, so you got a slight hiss on Periscope. Josh, over on YouTube, how does it sound for you? Sound okay? My lip sync okay? Mr. Casanelli's in the house. All right, thank you, Josh. Josh says YouTube looks pretty good. All right, man. I don't know who I pleased today, but that wasn't the case the other day. All right, so I'm going to switch cameras now. Let's see how things look with camera switching. So we'll go to my side camera. Okay. I believe I got about a 10-second delay on what I say or do versus what actually goes out to the stream. So now on this camera, does everything look okay? Does my lip sync look okay? Sweet. Yeah, it's about a 10-second delay. Something like that. Sorry for being rude and eating into the mic, but I'm hungry. Okay, so the sync is off on that one. I think I know why. I think it's my frame rate. So now we're going to switch to this camera over here. Okay, that's another camera. So how does camera 3 look? Looks fine. I haven't done any color matching or anything like that. That's going to take a lot more effort that I'm not ready to put in just yet. Is this the Twit mic? Yes, Ryan, this is the mic from work. I have my own mic here and it sounds pretty damn good, if not just as good. But work wanted to be consistent with the audio profile, so they said let's use this one. Okay, sync is off, is what they're saying in Periscope. Side cam looks more natural. Yep, the front camera, Josh, over on YouTube, front camera that you first saw, camera number 1, is definitely going to be off on the color temperature. 3 looks like 2. That's good. Sweet. Mr. Casanelli in the house. Mr. Smart Tech today. How y'all doing? What are y'all up to today? Me, I'm just having a couple of beers and eating some fried bologna sandwiches because I'm an American. Audio is a bit quiet, okay? I can fix that. All right, so now, how's the audio? The highlight of the day. Ah, you're running a Focusrite. Very good. Very nice. I have a old Behringer mixer. It's a bit of overkill, but I've only used some of the extra inputs, you know, here and there. Now I'm glad I had those extra inputs. Okay, so audio is loud. I'll still have the hiss, but you are louder. Let's see. Mr. Fred Rhodes over on YouTube says, I got my volume tuned all the way up and you're way low. Okay, so what about now? You probably saw this just after the update to the volume, Mr. Rhodes and YouTube. Okay, so audio is louder. Now, I'm wondering about the hiss. That may be me. All right, I've pushed the gain up a little bit more on the mic. And a lot of times it's me because I don't speak loudly. Clicking. Yeah, that may be me, brother. Or it may be Periscope. So YouTube says the audio is okay. The folks on the YouTube chat right now. This is interesting. Interesting experiment. All right, I'm going to switch back to camera 1, which is definitely a little bit cooler on color temperature. There's Kylo back there doing his thing. You know, he's always working hard, staring out the window. And then now I'm going to see if I can show my screen without making people vomit. So I'm going to move this window over here. So that's out of the way. And then I'm going to move this window over here like so. Oh, my chat did work on this screen. Sweet. Okay, so now let me see if I can share the screen. Might help if I hit the right button, right? There. So hopefully y'all see my screen. Oh, thanks, Matt. Matt switched over to YouTube. Levels are about the same. Okay. I appreciate that. So do you guys see my desktop right now in all of its glory? Sure, Mr. Casanelli. Just give me a holler, brother. It's good seeing you. Thanks for the help. Okay, great. You do see my computer screen. Very good. Very good. So everything is working. Sweet, sweet, sweet. It's working. It's working. It's working. It's working. Slowly but surely. The main problem I got right now is organizing. Y'all have no idea how messy the cabling is back there, and I really can't do much else about it because I just don't have the outlets in here that I need. So you're sort of limited on where you can plug things in, and then you're running surge protectors and stuff like that. And it's yeah, it's been an interesting challenge. But anyway, tell me what y'all got going on, or if you have any questions. I want to hear from y'all. Definitely a rat's nest. If I could easily show you right now, I would. And I do like, for the record, I do like this Restream software. It's allowing me to see my chat window in one window. So I can see the votes in YouTube, and I can see the votes in Periscope. And it's free software. So if you're interested in doing this, that's something you can look into. Because when Lawton starts talking, I see that he's talking in Periscope. That's Clemson Sports Talk. And then as far as the Facebook option, Clemson Sports Talk, they make you pay for that connection, but you can do YouTube and Periscope simulcast. But if you want to add Facebook, they make you pay for that, and it's a subscription cost. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head, but it is RESTREAM. Restream is the software. And I think it's restream.io. I think that's what it's called. And then as far as my actual broadcasting, I'm using XSplit. It's a competitor to OBS. I have OBS, but it was way easier for me to execute this, all of the camera and stuff, and this chat. It was way easier for me to execute this in XSplit than it was in OBS. The only down thing is I wish I could do more with Instagram Live, and I can do Instagram Live through XSplit, but Instagram Live makes it a little bit challenging, and I can't simulcast. At least I haven't figured that out yet, but I'm trying to figure that out and see if I can get a simulcast. I think XSplit allows you to import lower thirds. I think it does. I can't remember. I haven't tried it. I haven't really thought about it because I don't want to put lower thirds in a live stream myself, but I get why you would. It makes perfect sense. NetSplit has a free version and it has a paid version. Man, look at Kanan popping up in here. Kanan St. Rose. What's up, man? You and your wife been busy with content. Now this is funny. As I'm looking at this chat, and I see that Clemson Sports Talk says something in Periscope, it's showing up faster in my Restream window than it's actually showing up in the Periscope window. Go figure that out. That's crazy. Man, tech is something else, dude. All right, thank you, man. I appreciate the feedback. Enjoy that basketball. I already got my exercise in earlier today. I'm done. I'm gonna be chilling after this, quite honestly. Ryan, what else you working on? What about you, Fred, Joshua? How's your Saturday going? Ooh, multicam edit. Ooh. Multicam edit, that's a challenge. Keeping everything in sync, number one. But then just getting the flow, you know, that's a challenge. But it's fun though. So yeah, respect, Kanan. Good stuff. Ryan says he's just relaxing today, unlike the rest of us. We're being busybodies. Well, we should be relaxing some, right? How's everybody handling the this work from home stuff and quarantine and isolation and all of that? Hey Josh. Josh says he's been cleaning up and watching YouTube pretty much. I cleaned up a little bit in here. You probably can't tell, but I did. I promise. Ooh, Kanan, I bet your stuff has picked up. You've been doing some consultation on getting people set up with live streaming and remote teleconferences and stuff like that. Yep. There you go. That's good. Good for you, man. It always works out. I've been trying to tell people, if you can do stuff like that and consult and help people, you know, if you're a creator, consulting is another way to make a couple bucks, you know. And then I know I've personally been uploading more stock photography and stock video, because that's just passive income, and I got a little bit more time right now to just shoot some random stuff and upload it. And you know, you never know, stuff sells, man, and it'll surprise you. There's I don't know about an inspiration. There's a beer photo that sells every single week for a couple bucks. Every single week for a couple bucks. And I don't do anything. I shot that picture a couple years ago, and every single week some blog will buy it from Adobe Stock or Shutterstock or whatever to use it, and I just get a couple bucks. And every week that adds up. You know, it add up to some beer money some months. It'll add up to some steak money some months. You never know, man. So just try it. I'm gonna see if I can find that picture. Hold on. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up my website. Well, not my website. I'll pull up my Adobe Stock stuff. Hold on a second. Let me show y'all that beer picture. Let's see. We'll click that. All right, so now I'm going to share my screen. That's not sharing the screen. There. This picture right here. This thing, I shot that in a bar. I don't know how long ago. I shot it in a bar. I shot it with my phone. Did the post-processing sometime later. Lightroom Mobile, don't matter. And then I just uploaded it. And it took me a whole 20 minutes of effort. And then upload it to Shutterstock, upload it to Adobe Stock, and keyword it properly, and boom, passive income. And every week that goes out the door to somebody, because somebody's always writing some type of blog post about happy hour. Somebody's always writing a blog post about the weekend, and it's easy passive income. My choice of beer. My favorite is an IPA. I love IPAs. And then after that, I like ambers. Then after that, probably, I don't know. Ciders after that. But give me an IPA first, give me an amber, then a cider. Something like that. What's yours? Thank you, Joshua. Yeah, it's just a simple shot. And yeah, you could shoot one and have more foam on the top of that if you want. But hey, that one keeps selling, so I ain't gonna complain. I won't complain. They keep buying it. Well, they keep buying licenses to use it, I should say. Kanan says he's drinking an IPA right now. I'm just having my good old Pilsner. This is my favorite macro beer. I do like Pilsners as well, but Miller Lite, not a sponsor. This is probably my favorite macro beer. Most of the time I buy micros, and when I'm not buying a micro, I'll buy a bunch of these because they're cheap and they go down well. Makes me think of tailgating. Boy, I miss tailgating. I miss all of my Clemson family. You don't like Miller? I like Miller Lite. Now, I don't like Miller High Life. Well, I'll drink it if it's free, but Miller High Life is not all that to me. My buddy, we joke about that during tailgating, because he loves to have it because it's the champagne of beers. It's a running joke that we have. That's right. Drink Wisconsibly. I have a t-shirt that says that. Right now, I haven't been able to go to the breweries around here because where I live here in Northern California, there's a ton of microbreweries here, a ton of them, and I can't hit them all. And then with all of this quarantine stuff that's going on, what I've been doing is when it's time to get, some micro beer, I use Amazon's Whole Food service, because most of the time the Whole Foods that's here, they have the microbrews there, and I can order a couple cans or 6 packs or whatever and just mix and match kind of thing and just have it delivered at the door. It is so convenient, and Whole Foods is not as expensive as it used to be either. Yeah, I got any other questions or anything you'd like to share here that you want other people to know about? Let me show you this mess I got. See, that's a messy corner. I really need to clean all of that up over there. There's a couple phone cases for a phone that I don't have, but they're here. They were delivered. Reflectors and other stuff over there. Boxes on the floor. Dog on the floor. And then back behind here is that rat's nest. Pretty messy. Drone. There's the M200. I did clean up a little bit over here. It's not great, but it's getting better, and it looks better than what it did. Slowly coming along. What is my camera of choice? Okay, Fred, good to see you, man. Take care, get some fresh air. It's good for you. Ryan says, what is my camera of choice? My camera of choice is whatever will get the job done. But for my hands, I have big hands. I prefer a DSLR because they're bigger. Excuse me. I prefer a DSLR because they're bigger. But the Canon EOS R, I've played with that. It actually feels like a DSLR to me, so that's an option that I would like to have, but I'm waiting out for the R5 that's supposed to come this summer. So That would be my preference, because I'm a Canon guy. I like Canon lenses, even though there's nothing against Sony, nothing against Nikon or what have you. I just like Canon, but I'll shoot with whatever you give me, because who gives a shit? You know, just shoot with whatever you have. Canon says, what are you using for an A camera? This A camera is a Canon M200. This is a Canon M200. It's nothing new, but it's a super duper tiny mirrorless camera. Let me see if I can show it to you. Super tiny mirrorless camera right there. Okay. The beauty of this one is it has clean HDMI out. My DSLR does not have clean HDMI out, but it still works over USB. But this one does. But look how small it is. My hand just swallows this thing. You should see it in my hands. It looks like a toy, but it's got really nice image quality. And of course, the clean HDMI out makes all the difference when it comes to stuff like this. They showed this camera to me at CES this year. That's why we got it. We grabbed this one at the studio, just to try it out to see if it's something that we could switch to in the studio. Yeah, the M200, I would highly recommend it. Clean HDMI out, and I think it's only about $400. $400, maybe $500 at the most. Shoot me a DM. I have affiliate links for Adorama, because if you can get it off Adorama, you'll probably get it faster. Amazon is a little bit delayed. I have affiliate links for Amazon too, but Amazon's been really slow here recently, so I've been trying to order things through Adorama, and they've been a lot faster here. Yeah, that's a C920 that I have up here on my main camera, and when I dial it in, that camera works really well as long as I got decent lighting going. But I haven't dialed it in, and right now I think it's trying to do auto exposure and stuff like that, and you shouldn't let it do that. Let's see if I can change that now. Yep, it's got auto exposure going. Let's see if I just do that. Looks a lot better, and I can adjust the color temperature and all of that, but that's for another time. But I like the C920. It's a classic workhorse, and it's worked very well for me over the years for most of the stuff that I do. You're just not going to get, you won't get the same image quality because of the glass. You know, it's just not the lens. It's that a mirrorless or DSLR will have. You don't want to dial it in. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, it's one of those things you can dial it in, take the time to dial it in, and just save it as a profile, and it should work after that. But all of my stuff got reset, so yeah, I got to go back and work on all of it. Oh, you're welcome, Ryan. I didn't see that. My bad. I had a paper towel somewhere over here. What did I do with it? Oh well. Oh. Sweet. All right. Y'all got any more questions? I'll get on up out of here and let you have your day back. There's still some stuff that I want to tweak with this live stream setup. I'm not a big live stream person. I'd rather shoot and polish stuff. I'm not all spontaneous like all of the big live streamers are. I'm not spontaneous. I don't have a lot to talk about. My life isn't that interesting, so I don't necessarily see the point in live streaming. But people ask, you should go live, you should go live. And I'm like, I'm a boring dude. Gart RBNSN. Don't know how to say that, but thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right. Well, you all have a good Saturday. The rest of your Saturday, depending on where you are. It's 3 p.m. here. I don't know what that is, UTC time. That's 6 p.m. on the East Coast. But yeah, have a good rest of your Saturday. I may do an Instagram live test later on if I can get around to it, and doing it from this desk and having the multicams and stuff like that. And another thing about this setup is I am currently standing, so this is the standing desk version of it. So now I need to make sure this works when I lower the desk down. And so far, it doesn't look like there's any issues so far. Oh, Chris Road, thank you. I appreciate you being in the Twit army, man. Appreciate that. Means a lot. Yeah, thanks for supporting the shows, everybody. Thanks for go and hit subscribe for my new show, Hands on Wellness, and go subscribe to Hands on Photography. So I'm just gonna be real with y'all. Podcasting, around the globe has just been taking a hit because people's mode of operation ain't the same, so they're not listening as often. So that's affecting the downloads, which in turn can affect sponsorship and things like that. And I podcast full time. That's my day job. That is how I pay my bills, and I need to make sure people are listening to the show and downloading it and sharing it out, so we can continue to get sponsorships to come in. So grateful that we got a new sponsor that's starting tomorrow. It's not on my show, but on the network. Grateful for that, because that's just, we can continue to keep doing what we do. So open up your podcatcher, search for Hands on Photography, search for Hands on Wellness, subscribe to both of those. Go back and listen to them, especially if you're interested in photography. Go back and listen and watch the first couple episodes. And the way I plan that show out is I want it to build. So when you start from the very beginning, it is flat out basic. It is the fundamentals. And I don't dive into all of the fancy post-processing stuff, because none of that shit matters in the beginning. You need to figure out how to use a daggum camera. So that's the stuff I talk about. So use this time to go back and check out those first couple episodes, and then work your way up. I got about, 23, 24 episodes done now, something like that. And there's a lot of information. Some of the shows are short, some of the shows are a little bit longer, but I promise you they're worth your time. So that's Hands on Photography. I call it HOP. All right. Thank you for letting me get that off my chest. Okay, everybody, I will talk to you all another time. Have yourselves a good Saturday. Stay safe, stay healthy. Share this out. Go create and dominate. We'll see you.